will go off smoothly for these players. We'll have a nice, clean race, and everything will be all set.
All right, and away we go. All right, so the start screen is going to be where Death Mountain is, and we have found a early wood sword not behind its normal starting location either. Boy, that is pretty good odds considering where they are. I mean, normally you're going to see that wood sword at start, but finding the wood sword early at Death Mountain, that's pretty huge for both of these players.
Plus, especially given that it's up in that far north cave, if they didn't start next to it, they might not have gone there for a good 15-20 minutes.
Oh, absolutely.
We did see a quick glimpse of level 5 on K-Mac's side.
Yep, and we see that the prices of the shops have been shuffled, an expensive 30 rupees to buy a set of 4 bombs, which means the secrets that they're going to stumble upon and the door repair penalties also are going to be shuffled.
However, the bomb upgrade old men are most likely vanilla, as we find one immediately in level 5.
Yes, indeed. Yep, 100 rupees. There is a very good chance. I believe we had discussed this. It's a 2 out of 255 chance that the bomb upgrade is going to be shuffled. So, yeah, pretty likely we're looking at 4 bombs here.
And we have 0 HP.
Ooh, again with the 0 HP, so Magical Sword probably not going to be much of a factor unless Ganon's HP is not 0. So I don't anticipate either of these players making a play for that. Because, yeah, normally those Pulse Voices, they're like a 10-hit enemy, go down in 1 hit. Yeah, that's fantastic.
And it's starting to look like we do not have... Oh, there we go. We do not have shapes.
Yep, these are the standard vanilla dungeons for Legend of Zelda, so this should be pretty easy excavating for both of these players.
And when you've got vanilla dungeon shapes and 0 HP enemies, I'm thinking this is going to be a fast seed.
This very well could be. Both of these players are very good vanillas up and A Zelda players as it stands. Considering that this is vanilla dungeons, this could be a very brief seed. I can see both of these pulling sub hours.
And there's a Triforce in the Triforce room.
Interesting. Now, the one thing that could stop them is the fact that I do believe that we are talking the overworld caves have been all shuffled and the levels have been shuffled. So this may require still a full overworld clear.
That is true. But what may help them out is if they find out whether it's first, second, or mixed quest early. That'll give them a better idea of what is likely to be required.
Oh, absolutely. No question about it right there. They're going to be wanting to find that out right away. And if, in fact, this is a mixed overworld, we're talking only one large secret. And again, keep in mind, we know for a fact that the secrets have been shuffled because the prices have been shuffled. Ooh, leave your max bombs or money situation. He doesn't have the 34 rupees, so BT is going to spend his maximum amount. So now the most he can carry is 7. That could come into play.
You know, I think I can make sense of that, given that the bomb upgrade is 1 room into 5 and it's near the start. He has both players have a pretty easy access to that first bomb upgrade if they choose to purchase it. And we don't know if this is a boomstick seed yet or not.
Oh, easily, yeah. And here's how we're going to find out if this is a boomstick seed or not. If we see the magical shield as the item level 5, it's a boomstick seed, to be sure. The other way we can figure this out is if the most expensive shield is in a shop, which normally costs 160 rupees, but because the prices are shuffled, the range I do believe is 140 to 180, then no boomstick. We've got the recorder as the item in level 5 for BT.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I don't think we have shuffled room drops.
That very well could be. We will see if that does indeed come into play because the recorder normally is in level 5. We'll see if this is one of those seeds where none of the items are shuffled. Stay tuned.
Have we confirmed Quest Overworld? Because we're hearing from chat that the Spectacle Rock area for level 9 vanilla did not bomb open.
If that's the case, we're talking second or mixed.
We do have the
Triforce
Power
capture.
Bracelet as the Armos item.
Yep, so that's not shuffled either, and it's in its second quest location, it appears.
No, that is the Blue Ring shop in first quest and level 3 in
level
second
2.
quest.
Yes, that's correct. Yep, that would be correct. And we do find that the white sword item is the white sword, so far so good. This could be a non-shuffled seed in terms of the items.
But remember that White Sword, Power Bracelet, and Ladder are all separate flags from the regular dungeon items.
Yep. Ooh, that medium secret, 26 rupees. Money could very well be tight, especially if this is indeed full-blown second quest.
So both players finding a different dungeon. BT finds 1, and K-Mac finds 7.
Yes, indeed. BT will be looking for 2 items, one behind a staircase and one that is on the ground. May have to full clear the room, might just be there ripe for the taking. There's a compass ripe for the taking, so he now knows where he needs to go for the Triforce. Or the other item might just be consumed by one of the enemies.
So looking at where keys have been, where Triforces have been, where compasses have been, I'm starting to think we don't have shuffled dungeon drops.
Yeah, it's really looking like that. I totally agree with you there, Ice, though.
Now, what that's going to mean is that when the players are looking for keys, they'll know which rooms should have key drops. When they're looking for the floor drop item in levels 1 and 2, they'll know which rooms to go for that.
Yep, absolutely.
So more than likely, if you see the player skip a room, there's nothing in it.
Yep, knowing your drop rooms is going to be key in terms of winning this race because, again, we're looking at 2 of the best Zelda Randomizer runners in this tournament right now. So knowledge of where these drops are when nothing is shuffled, that is going to play dividends.
So, for example, this right here could be the floor drop in level 1, or it could contain a key.
That is correct.
And it also looks like we don't have cross-dungeon room shuffling, which is an even better bonus with the non-shuffled drops.
Yes, indeed. Do you know where your towel is? Well, that tells us one thing right there. We're either dealing with full-blown community hints or mix. Or wait a minute. Is that the bait block?
That is the bait block.
Ah, that's the bait block in level 7, so that's not shuffled either, the location at least.
The location as far as dungeon, no, but it's definitely not in its normal room, and I don't think it's blocking anything. Oh, but this is a ladder block.
Ooh, yes indeed, the early ladder block as we normally see in a Zelda Randomizer race. So, gonna need the ladder if you want to maybe get that map, but who knows? Maybe this is not a full-blown ladder block dungeon. We will see. Again, 33 rooms of pure torture is level 7 in the vanilla quest. That's a big one.
This is either a ladder or a meat block.
Ooh, one or the other, or maybe both if further on down we see another ladder block.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a very interesting 7.
No question about it.
So we find an item in level 1. Let's see what it is.
Yep, we're about to find out.
The bow.
Item is the bow. Wow, nice find there. And yes, indeed, it's starting to look more and more because normally the bow is right there in the staircase in level 1. So it's starting to look likely that the item's not shuffled at all.
And yep, I think I'm good. BT just picked up the Triforce in level 1, and I think he also picked a boomerang up in there.
Now, the wooden boomerang, if that's the case, yep, that's the normal standard level 1 item.
Level 7 has the red candle. I think we're dealing with non-shuffled items.
Yep, I think we should just go ahead and mark out our item lists right now.
It's going to make the item recap a bit easier.
Yes, indeed.
And BT's in level 3.
Yep, so here in level 3, he's going to be looking for the item. The item will be the raft. We don't know if it's going to be required, however, so we'll stay tuned for that. But that is the item in level 3.
Also, meat and ladder, both not required for level 7. There was a way around.
Yep, the good old workaround. We were all thinking, hey, they're going to be ladder blocked out of both the item and the Triforce. Turns out that's not the case. There was the good old-fashioned workaround.
So with... Oh, and we are... I think we're in mixed.
Well, not necessarily. Remember that the medium-priced shield of 130 rupees, that still has a plus or minus 20. So there's still a potential that we're looking at Boomstick. However, it's still too early to tell. It's looking unlikely, but we'll see.
Now, also keep in mind that the wand is going to be on level 6, and if that's a Wisdom dungeon, will either player want to dig through that to find the wand?
You know what? Considering this is a 0 HP seed, it's not going to really make much of a difference unless boss HP is 0. Not 0, that is. Because we know enemy HP is going to be 0. So enemies like, say, the Patras and the Dig Doggers, you know, the eyes of the Patra, that's not really going to be too much of a concern. So I can see these players both skipping out on the wand. We'll see, though.
Indeed. Now, if both players realize at this point that items are not shuffled, I think we're going to see a mad dash to level 4.
Absolutely, because level 4, of course, is going to have the all-important ladder.
And K-Mac just bought some arrows.
Yes, indeed. K-Mac did buy some arrows, and, you know, it's a solid purchase. You just never know if you're going to be bull-blocked anywhere. Ooh, that small secret for K-Mac. 4 rupees, boy. If this large secret is, like, say, between 50 and 75, yikes. Spend your money wisely. And there indeed is the raft in level 3, so, yep, I think it's pretty safe to assume nothing shuffled.
Now, this could be good, this could be bad. We could have a whistle blocked for, we could have a power bracelet blocked for, we could even have a Goma blocked ladder.
Indeed, it could be one of those chain reaction seeds, as I like to say, where one item leads to another, and you're going to need that item to get this item to get the Triforce out of another dungeon.
He's going to go ahead and grab the Triforce. And K-Mac is still looking for some dungeons.
Yep, so far that is now 3 Triforce pieces for BT 1, 3, and 5, and K-Mac has 2 Triforce pieces at 5 and 7.
And so far, BT going into Death Mountain early is paying off in spades.
Yeah, absolutely, because Death Mountain tends to have a lot of dungeons in Randomizer if the levels are indeed shuffled. So yeah, it is really paying off.
Well, I think I would amend that to say it either has a lot of dungeons or absolutely no dungeons.
Yeah, we've seen it be Baron, and yep, we can now confirm I just saw a 140 magical shield in addition to the 146. Boomstick is definitely not in play.
Oh, look at the location of that magical sword.
Ooh. Yep, right there where level 9 normally is in second quest, so unfortunately, definitely not enough hearts to pick it up, and again, it may not matter. Also, there's a bonus cave discovery for K-Mac, and notice there are no extra candles to be chosen. So if you want that candle, you're either going to have to purchase it or do what K-Mac did and grab it out of level 7, that red candle.
Absolutely.
I think this is looking like second quest. I'm not seeing any indication this is mixed.
The only indication I've seen that it's mixed is it looked like vanilla level 3 was still the vanilla level.
I did not catch that. If that is the case, then we are dealing with a mixed overworld, which means there's going to be the 3 large secrets, whatever that might be.
So
That's just
after
one of those silly community hints.
Yep. So after the blitz of dungeons we had early, there's just nothing left. And I love that door repair message.
Yeah, I saw that too. Door repair penalty is only 16 rupees. Range is 15 to 25, so you're not going to be losing too much if you stumble upon one of those. BT's going to gamble, and unfortunately, the gamble does not pay off. He loses 10 rupees. Could have lost 40 rupees had he picked the one on the left. That's not shuffled, the numbers, it looks like.
Level 6 find on K-Mac's side.
Yep, again.
And second quest 7.
Yep, again, the wand is the item that would be in level 6. We'll see if he stumbles upon it, and if he does, is he going to take it? Now, he's found the staircase. Not going to take it, though. He's just going to go right on to the north.
Well, he knows at this point that it's not shaped, so he's just going to check this one room and then go back.
True. He gets a 5 rupee for his troubles, and he is going to go back. See if the wand is here, if it's going to take him to the other segment. It's going to take him to the other segment.
It's going to take him to the single block room, so he now knows he's looking for that corridor staircase.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to have the wand if he decides to pick it up. And I mean, I wouldn't blame him for picking it up. It's very nice for long range weaponry. So we'll see if he does pick it up or not. I mean, knowing who he's up against, he may not take it. Well, here's another double block room, but again, that's not going to be the pushable one.
We find a large secret on BT's side at 94 rupees.
It's a little bit under the standard 100 rupee secret that you find, so not too terrible, not great, but not too terrible. Again, since this is we're assuming this is a mixed quest, there's going to be 3 of those large secrets.
Once K-Mac goes and not K-Mac, BT goes to level 7, which is where Vanilla 3 is, we'll be able to confirm, or if we see a second large secret.
Yeah, that'll be correct.
It looks like BT is going to check the Forgotten Cave.
Yep, he's going to try to bomb that right now. We're going to find out. Ooh, he whistles instead. He wanted to use the bomb, but he blew his whistle, and we're going to find out. And, oh, it's just a door repair penalty, lose 16.
Nothing important over there, but he will go ahead and head back towards level 5. He is going to look for the item now that he has some more keys and some more bombs. Oh, wait.
He's already got the item and the Triforce. Oh, yes, the bomb upgrade, and it's
shuffled.
4. No, it's not. Remember, he spent a bomb on the max upgrade because he was at 8, but he had to pay the max bombs, so he was down to 7. Now he's back up to 11. So that is actually not shuffled. Yeah, that would have been quite the odds there, ISO, had that been shuffled. But yeah, remember, he did spend a bomb on his max.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it would have gotten me too, I'm sure. But yeah, somehow I remember that. Anyways, back to level 6 for K-Mac. He disposes of that room, no problem at all. And there is that corridor staircase you had mentioned earlier, and he is going to find that wand, and he's going to go ahead and pick it up. I certainly don't blame him for that.
No, absolutely not. Given that it's a 0 HP seed, it gives him a permanent ranged weapon that works on just about everything.
BT gets the white sword and is able to pick it up, guaranteed with his 6 hearts. So if boss HP and or Ganon is shuffled and not 0 HP, that could be a very useful pickup for him.
BT's headed in the direction of Vanilla 3. We'll be able to know for certain.
Before he goes in there, he's going to make a pit stop. This time he's not going to play the money-making game. Now he's going to check level 3. We're about to find out. What do we got?
It is second quest.
Yep, we can now confirm that this is second quest. So, yep, that was the only large secret. And we do have a level behind there. It's level 7. Yep, that's where it was. Yep.
Yep. So, now that both players know, or they have known, that there's only one large secret, they're probably going to be very selective about their purchasing.
Well, remember, there is no boomstick in place, so they may spend it on a blue ring if they are able to find enough money, but I am going to just go ahead and guess at this point that jewelry is not going to be in their future in terms of what they decide to buy. I think they're going to be buying these smaller items instead.
If K-Mac continues to have trouble with keys and doesn't find levels 1 or 3 early, he may opt to purchase some keys.
I can see that happening.
We have confirmation that bosses are not 0 HP.
Ooh, so that white sword pickup by BT, very huge right there, yes. And he has found the other bomb upgrade where it normally is in level 7. So, yep, the locations of the bomb upgrades have not been shuffled either, both in their respective levels.
We have level 9 on the coast, 1 south of 6.
Yep, that's a very big find right there. You always want to find level 9 early so that you're not searching for it after you've collected all 8 Triforce pieces.
I imagine BT now knows for certain that it's non-shuffled items, and he's not even going to bother to look for the item in 7 now that he already has a candle.
Not at all, but yes, indeed. He's not going to pick up that red candle in level 7. Not a chance. Now, did he purchase a blue candle? I didn't see that.
He did purchase a blue candle.
Okay, so he's in good shape in case there is a candle block somewhere. Here's level 8 discovered by BT now.
This is bad news for K-Mac because it's under a recorder spot, and I'm pretty sure he noped on out of the item in 5.
Yeah, if that's the case, yeah, he's in trouble. Routing matters, folks, and when you leave an item like that, yeah, he is going to be behind. BT, this could be looking good for BT early on. That recorder already paying massive dividends for BT. As he takes care of that Gliok, and he finds this is the staircase that'll take him to another part. At this point, he's probably going to go, and this will be Triforce and Go mode, but if he finds the any key, it'll be a bonus for him.
Well, he might find it right here.
Yep, this is definitely going to be a staircase with the item. He does, yes indeed, that's huge. So the any key discovered by BT, he does not have to worry about being key blocked in level 9 or anywhere else for that matter. Nice find.
All he wants now is that ladder in 4 so we can complete 6.
Yep, indeed.
So, BT's going to be in try and go mode in every dungeon besides 4.
Correct. He needs to have that ladder because, again, it's level 6 we can officially confirm is ladder blocked. Doing a good job with this 4-headed Gliok. He's down to 2.5 hearts. He's got it. Nice kill. Nice kill.
And I want to say that boss HP is shuffled.
Well, interesting. The letter is in its normal vanilla first quest location. He's not going to pick it up. It's, again, 0 HP seed. Not a huge priority at this point.
Yeah, and I imagine if he needs a potion, he'll pick one up out of a bonus cave.
Correct, yep. Now here behind Vanilla Money Making Game, we have a potion shop. Nothing doing there. He didn't grab the letter. Now he's going to check where the normal 100 is. And, hey, Money Making Game has flipped one screen.
So we might have a bow block on BT's side.
Ooh, interesting. So, yeah, this could be very well one of those chain reaction seeds indeed. He does not have the arrows.
Yeah, if he can't get past that Goma, that will give K-Mac, once he goes back and get the recorder, he'll be able to complete 8, unless the Triforce isn't behind it.
Interesting to see a community hint there on BT side. I'm starting to wonder if this could be full-blown community hints. I haven't seen a helpful hint yet.
Yeah, that's the impression I'm getting is we have straight community hints. And look at that, the Triforce is not, supposedly, not Goma or ladder blocked in 8 as it's right next to the start, although he is going to have to up an A to get there.
Not only that, so the compass is in one room next to the Triforce like it tends to be a lot in this game.
The compass was actually useful. Hooray!
Yeah, for once, yes. And K-Mac's going to go ahead and spend some rupees on those bombs. He'll be topped out back at 8. We discovered if the drop groups have been shuffled.
I haven't seen any indication that they are.
Neither have I. And there is the Triforce in level 8 for BT. That's his 5th Triforce piece. He still needs it out of 2, 4, and 6. We have not discovered the locations of 2 and 4 yet, though.
So K-Mac is back on Death Mountain. I'm gonna guess and hope that he'll go back into level 5 to get the item now that he has the rupees.
Yes, indeed. He has just enough rupees to purchase that arrow. He's got the wooden arrows now to go with that bow.
He just needs a little bit of money to be able to use it.
Yes, indeed. You still got to have some rupees if you want to fire that arrow. And it doesn't matter if you have the wooden arrows or the silver arrows. It'll cost you 1 rupee per shot. And he gets a 5 rupee out of that moblin. So nice pickup. Now he can start firing that. Of course, he's not going to use it right now. He'll use it in a time that's more favorable for him.
And there goes his money.
Yep. Right behind where that normal 10 secret is, he's going to lose the rest of his money right there.
So I would hope that K-Mac has caught on by now that it is non-shuffled items. If not, he will when he sees level 1 and 3. And he'll go back into 5 to get the recorder. Because it is a second quest overworld.
Indeed. Full-blown second quest. Recorder, a much more valuable item to have than it is in first quest, where you have only the one potential of being whistle blocked, not counting dig doggers.
So that's interesting. We haven't seen a whole lot of bosses.
Oh, we've seen a couple of Gleoks here and there, but yeah, not too much in terms of bosses. We saw a Moldorm, but that went down easily because aren't Moldorms not part of the boss HP group?
They are part of the boss HP group. They are specific to Guerrilla sets, though.
So yeah, because they went down easily with his white sword on BT side. I had noticed that.
It may just be randomized or shuffled down lower or not even shuffled at all.
Possibly.
We have another bonus cave find. BT is going to pick up the heart.
Yep, it's up to 7 hearts now to K-Max 5.
Now, there is another extra benefit. On top of level 8 being recorder blocked, it also has the magic key in it. So the recorder is needed to alleviate your key issues among being able to get into Ganon.
Oh, yes, indeed.
So we're still looking for levels 2 and 4.
And K-Mac just discovered the bow right here. So if he hasn't figured out that these are normal items in their proper dungeons, he may discover it right now.
So now the question is, where is level 2 and where's level 4?
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder if one or both of those dungeons are recorder blocked. I don't know if either of these players, well, obviously K-Mac has not because he doesn't have the recorder, but I don't know if BT has checked the graveyard area. I know there's a few whistle spots there.
BT has checked the graveyard, but it didn't come to any fruition. But I don't think either player's checked the desert.
Desert has a few recorder spots, that is for sure. 232 rupees is the price of the blue ring. It's definitely not in BT's future. He's going to be spending his money on bomb upgrades and whatnot. And I don't think it's going to be in K-Mac's future either.
Now, especially with him probably going to pay the old man instead of taking that -1 bomb hit in level 5.
Easily.
Looks like we have standard take any roads.
Yeah, those blue Lionels are dropping the bombs, so yeah, looks like drops are not shuffled.
BT will find level 9 here.
Yep, that'll be a good find for him. So now he'll know exactly where he needs to head to after he collects all 8 Triforce pieces. So both players in good shape in that department.
Now, if K-Mac is able to find level 4 early, that could swing momentum back towards him again.
It very well could turn the tables, but again, level 8 recorder required. He'll have to go back to level 5 eventually because he skipped out on the item there.
Although now might be the best time for him to go back as he's finishing up Death Mountain. He can swing down and grab it on the way.
Oh, absolutely. BT finding yet another penalty. Seems like we're finding nothing but penalties here. There are 10 penalty caves in second quest. And he's going to go ahead and take the potion here. I don't blame him for this pickup for K-Mac because, again, obviously Magical Sword is not going to be a factor considering 0 HP enemies. And he didn't pick up the letter. So, yeah, I do like this move by K-Mac, picking up the potion right there.
7-8, we have seen one raft spot. That is the Vanilla 4 spot, but I think it just contained a shop.
Speaking of shops, nothing BT can do in the shop he just exited out of. He's going to continue to make his way into the desert. He is still looking for 2 levels, and K-Mac has now just realized he's got to get this item out of level 5. Good move for him. He could be back in this race, folks.
Yep. Now that he has the money, he doesn't have to give up that max bomb capacity. But he is just short of the bomb upgrade, and I wonder if that's weighing on his mind too, that he could try to purchase a bomb upgrade over spending the money on the old man.
And back to level 6 now for BT.
Should have no problems here whatsoever. He might skip the wand, given that he has White Sword.
Right, because the magic wand does the same amount of damage that a white sword normally does, but again, we are dealing with 0 HP enemies, not 0 HP bosses. So, to me, I think it's still going to be a 50-50 chance. But yeah, if I were to take a guess here, ISO, I think he's going to skip out on it. Now, wasn't the Triforce in level 6, though, ladder blocked?
Yes, it was.
So yeah, he's going to discover the bad news that he's got to find level 4 first before he can get that Triforce, unless he somehow finds a workaround that K-Mac was unable to discover earlier.
And really, level 4 is just the gatekeeper for this seed.
Indeed it is, because you have to have that ladder, and he's going to go ahead and pick up the magic wand again. I don't blame him for that. It's a good long-range weapon to have, so not a bad play, I don't think.
No, not at all. Especially in rooms with likes or fires, you don't have to risk getting close to them and losing that magic shield if you have it at that point.
Right. Magic shield, I don't think either one of them are going to make a play for it again, unless they find the cheap magic shield. But again, these 2 players are excellent Zelda players. I just don't see that happening, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't see either player picking one up unless they're suddenly just full of money and have nothing to spend it on. But I don't see that realistically happening with these secrets.
Nah.
So K-Mac now has the recorder, and these players are relatively even. Outside of BT having the Triforce and Magic Key out of 8.
Because both players have been on level 6. They know that they're ladder blocked from the Triforce. K-Mac's going to check Vanilla level 6, and he's just going to find a shop. Nothing doing there.
So if K-Mac finds level 8 early, which naturally after checking Graves he's going to be in Deadwoods, this race could be all tied up in a matter of minutes here.
Absolutely, indeed. It's all going to come down to who can find level 4 and level 2 first. Now, for all we know, it could be Raft Block. Remember, as you had mentioned, there's only one of the 2 spots only have been checked. So there's a possibility 2 or 4 could be there.
Did K-Mac pick up the raft when he was in 3?
Doesn't look like he did.
Interesting.
If this is raft required, he's going to be in trouble yet again.
He does find the large secret, which will help his money issues out some.
Yes, indeed. That's the 94 rupee secret. That'll put him at 161 rupees. He's just going to do this trick here to get back to where he needs to go. He should find level 8 shortly.
BT has now realized he is ladder blocked out of 6 and will need to go somewhere else.
Yes, indeed. I'm telling you, if this raft is required, ISO, K-Mac's in big trouble because he's going to lose some time to a racer like BT. Yes. We'll see, though.
And he's already lost some time just from not getting the early recorder, so...
Right.
He doesn't really want to give up any more than he has to.
Indeed, that's exactly what he's thinking right now. And now he is, indeed, in level 8. So he should find the any key on his path to the Triforce, and he can get right back into this race.
Well, he's going straight towards the Triforce. I'm curious as to if he'll dig.
Which, I mean, at this point, wouldn't be the worst thing to do in the world. I mean, if he goes straight for Triforce and gets out of there, I wouldn't fault him for doing that, knowing he's lost time by not picking up that recorder. So I can see him just taking the Triforce and bail. So we'll see what he's got in mind.
We have a level 2 find on BT's side.
So indeed, level 2 has been found by BT. Again, we know that the magical boomerang is there, so it's nice to find level 2, but I think at this point BT was hoping level 4 would be found.
Yep.
And K-Mac is not going to delve into level 8 any further, knowing that the book and the any key are there, and I certainly don't blame him at this point, so he's definitely back in this race, but the question is, how fast can he find level 2 or level 4?
Yep. And given that 8's a relatively big dungeon and it tends to want to lock you in rooms a lot, I can understand his choice to not go back in.
Yet another community hint here in level 2, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and call this right here, ISO. We're dealing with nothing but community hints. So level 9, they're on their own.
Yep. Now, I'm kind of surprised BT is going deeper into level 2.
I am too, unless he wants to pick up the inferior model, or he may be trying to find the heart container. That could be a play.
Maybe. I would think by now he'd know that it's non-shuffled items unless he's thinking we just have a very coincidental seed.
Well, maybe he's not convinced, but if he finds that magical boomerang, which I believe would be in the 4 statue turret room, like right here.
Yep, there it is. He grabbed it.
Yep, he grabbed it. And again, this is a 0 HP seed. Boomerang's much more useful than it normally would be in Zelda Randomizer, so I don't fault him for picking it up, but still, kind of makes you wonder why he would go after that item. That's the only reason I can think of, ISO, is that he's still not convinced that items have not been shuffled.
But I think now he's found 7. But now the hunt for 4 is on.
Yeah, we're talking right now double whistle required. 2 dungeons you need that recorder for. It's levels 2 and 8. We're looking for level 4, though. No player has found that yet. Could it possibly be that second item on the coast? Can't pick up that heart container. He does not have the latter out of level 4. We're about to find out. This is the full-blown chain reaction seed.
Well, good news for K-Mac is Raft is not required.
That is excellent news for K-Mac. He will not have to go back to level 3 and uncover the raft out of there. So, yeah, that's good news for him. The bad news for him, well, now, I don't think we've checked this spot yet, ISO, have we? The vanilla level 2, level 3?
We have not.
We're going to find out, and nope.
Bonus cave.
That's always nice to find, too. A bonus cave under the lake. At least it's not a door repair penalty. He'll go ahead and pick up that heart container right there. So, nice find right there, but he's still looking for level 4.
Now, there are 2 spots we can eliminate right now for level 4, and those are the 2 spots along the river that require the ladder to get into them.
By the way, it looks like that transportation to new dungeons is off. They're going to their vanilla first locations.
Which, with where level 9 is, that's not necessarily a bad thing, as warping to level 8 will take you right there.
And BT's about to discover that same secret, and I would imagine that he's going to go ahead and pick up this Harkatern. No, he's going to go ahead and pick up the potion. Again, I don't fault him either. Magical Sword is not going to be an issue in this level. Meanwhile, level 2 has been found by K-Mac.
I imagine he's just going to Triforce and go in it.
Absolutely.
He might look for keys.
He's got 5 keys.
More than likely, he's just going to Triforce.
And there's the compass just sitting there all by itself, being poorly guarded by those 2 Maldorms.
But where is this for?
I kind of wonder, have we checked the power bracelet spots? I wonder if it's PB required.
You know, I'm almost starting to think it might be right south of Vanilla Level 5, where Level 4 is in the second quest.
Maybe. We have not checked any of the power bracelet spots. I kind of wonder if we're talking power bracelet required. I mean, there's a lot more power bracelet spots in second quest.
I think we checked the one that is the vanilla second quest letter cave, but that had nothing in it.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tie ball game right here between these 2 runners. Both players have 6 Triforces. Both know are level 6s. Both know their ladder block, but neither player can find level 4. This could be one of those situations that whoever finds level 4 first is going to win this race.
Yep. And 7-8. The warps are in their traditional locations, but K-Mac has found 4.
Oh, so PB, unfortunately for us announcers that we're hoping for the Schadenfreude, not going to be a factor, so PB not required for this seed. K-Mac finds level 4. That is huge for him.
And it's on Death Mountain, right next to level 5.
Wow, so Death Mountain containing the treasure trove of levels right here. We're talking 4 levels in Death Mountain, including the Wood Sword and including the Magical Sword. Yeah, it's either all or nothing when it comes to Death Mountain, and it's pretty much all in this seed. Oh, BT gambling and money-making game, and he loses 40 rupees. Ouch.
Oh, that is rough. Wait. Oh, never mind. I forgot dungeon drops are not shuffled.
Oh, look at this. We were talking about this
scroll.
earlier. We were talking about this earlier. The compass is in the room after the Triforce. Yeah, thanks a lot, game.
It's so wonderful.
And there's nothing to do in that room because that's a ladder block, so he's going to have to find a workaround to get to that ladder.
There has to be. He has to be able to bomb to the right here.
That's right.
Otherwise, it's a broken seed.
Yeah, and then we're in big, big trouble, and Fred wouldn't like that.
Fred wouldn't like it, the players wouldn't like it, we wouldn't like it. Broken seeds are not a thing.
Well, there's the workaround. There's this rupee boss here. You're just going to take a few rupees and leave the rest of them for somebody else.
But he's going to check... No? Oh, he was getting the fairy refill.
Yeah, I certainly don't blame him. So now he's where vanilla level 5 is. But I'm telling you right now, ISO, the longer it takes for BT to find level 4, the harder it's going to be for him to come back.
Yep. But keep in mind, if both of these players go into 9 relatively close to each other, it still could be pretty much tied at that point.
Yes, because resource management, as we all know, is a big thing in level 9. Looking at K-Mac's side, he didn't purchase a bomb upgrade, and he did not get the magic key out of level 8. But on BT's side, he purchased one of the bomb upgrades. He has 11 bombs maximum, and he has the any key as well. So that could come into play later.
Absolutely. And that's why, even though K-Mac found 4 first, it's not 100% K-Mac's game yet.
Well,
he definitely will have a sizable lead.
I kind of wonder. Let's find out if the double block room that they need to go to is behind this area. Nope. Well, still might be.
Nope, this is a Chevy room.
Yep, so that is not it. I was just about to say, I kind of wonder if the ladder is bow blocked, but it isn't.
And it looks like it's a snake-like path in the snake to get to the ladder, or it could be right here at the start.
Well, we're going to find out right here. Yes, indeed, there's that other double block room, that good old magical breakfast room, but it's just Keese this time, and he is going to find that ladder, and he'll be glad about that.
Actually, BT might not be that far behind, because he'll explore 4 a little bit quicker, because he won't be as nervous about burning that key.
That is true.
He should go there right away.
He's got to find it, though, first. And, yeah, if he can find it, yeah, we're going to have a ball game.
He's going to check the river here. And then probably go up. No? He burnt that cave.
Nope.
Where's he going?
Last desert spot. So he's going to lose some more time because that's going to be the 7th Triforce capture for K-Mac. He just has to go back to level 6, get the Triforce out of there, and he can make a play to level 9.
Once he finishes the desert, he should just go ahead and go to the rest of Death Mountain. He should know there's a couple spots left.
If he's been marking his map properly, absolutely.
Yeah, he's been there. He's been everywhere. He just needs to go back. Because I think he's checked all these... He's now checked all these recorder spots.
Yep, he's checked all these recorder spots, and he's not found... He's got to be thinking to himself, where have I not checked? Because he may think the PB is required. We know, in fact, it's not.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where he's headed now.
Well, he's heading further and further away from where he needs to go, and this is going to be problematic for BT. So K-Mac looks like he's in the driver's seat right now. I think the only thing that could be stopping him, I believe, now enemy sets, those weren't shuffled, were they? Have we seen any shuffled enemy sets?
No, it looks like we have all vanilla sets.
Yep, so level 9 is going to be Wizrobes. In my opinion, that could be the only thing stopping K-Mac. He's going to be going into level 9 with not many hearts. I mean, yes, it's still a 0 HP seed, but Wizrobes are still Wizrobes, and they always mean business, and I don't care how many HP they have.
The only other thing that could stop K-Mac is his resources.
Right you are. Because, again, he does not have the any key, and he did not purchase a bomb upgrade. He could purchase a bomb upgrade now if he desires to, but he's picked up the 8th and final Triforce piece, so now he can make a play for level 9 right now.
Looks like BT is going back towards where level 4 is.
Yep, and that will be the right play, but he is going to be several minutes behind K-Mac. The only way he can win is if it's one of those level 9s. We're talking the potential of the great equalizer. So 47:13 is the time K-Mac starts level 9 at.
But also keep this in mind, K-Mac nearly full cleared 4, and BT should just have a 5-room 4, so he'll pick up a good bit of time there.
That would be huge if he does make that path correctly. Now, he just finds himself trapped in that room full of fires, so yep, he's like, nope, got to take this path. Now,
there's an early red ring.
That'll help K-Mac. So forget what I said about health being a factor. Now that he's got the red ring, his defense is quadruple. Damage is going to be down to 1/4. Now, here are the things we're going to be looking for in level 9. If Ganon is required, there's going to be a single shutter door room. If that shutter door room does not open after full clearing the room, that room is where Zelda is, and Ganon is required, meaning he'll have to find the silver arrows. If Ganon is not required, then Zelda can be in any room, an open door room, key with a locked door. You might have to bomb your way into the room, and that might be shutter door blocked as well. So anything goes here in level 9. Let's see.
BT has the Triforce in 4. He's going to run back to 6, grab that Triforce real quick, and go into 9.
Yeah, he's probably going to be roughly, I'd say, 5 minutes behind K-Mac as he goes into level 9. It depends on how long it takes him to find the Triforce in level 6.
Yeah, but 5 minutes is a good estimate.
Yeah.
So
more bombs for K-Mac, that'll help him.
So it's really going to come down to resource management and if Ganon is non-zero HP and required, because K-Mac only has Wood Sword.
That's right, and if Ganon's HP is not 0, it could be 15 hits or more.
Yep. So it's small things that may add up to give BT the win, but it's still really close, despite BT taking a little longer to find 4.
Yeah, so both of these players have had their flaws because both players, K-Mac having the trouble with the recorder because, he needed it for a couple of the levels, and then BT not being able to find level 4. So both of these players have had some stumbling blocks, but they're both right in this.
Yep. But K-Mac is starting to find quite a few locked doors.
And this could be a problem. Well, he is able to find a bomb hole to the north, but finds another key door to the west. He'll probably not take that if he can help it.
Let's see. So that shutter door did open, which means that if Ganon was required, that's where Zelda would not be. But again, we don't know if he's required.
True. However, we don't know if Ganon is in his standard room or if Zelda is in her standard room. Based on what we've seen, it wouldn't surprise me if those haven't been shuffled. If that's the case, only one way to get to Zelda's room.
Although it is possible for Ganon to be in his standard room and Zelda not to be,
right.
as we saw earlier today.
That's right. We did see that in the last race earlier today where Ganon was in his own room, but Zelda was not.
And I have 50, entering 9 at 50-30-ish.
I got 50-26 was when he first entered that. So 3 minutes and 13 seconds. That is not a big lead.
Not at all. And BT will get the red ring right here, giving him the health advantage.
Absolutely. Yep. Easy red ring to find. Again, we don't know if Ganon's required yet. Both of these players could be looking for the silver arrows, but I think they're going to be looking for, where's Zelda?
Yep. All K-Mac's going to find is a Patra.
Yeah, and that's not really going to help him. And he'll make quick work out of the bees, but the Patra itself can take a few more hits. Nice kill, though, using that sword and wand trick. And he's trying to play a game of find the bomb hole. He finds another one. Oh, shoot. And a locked door.
And he's down to 3 keys.
Yeah, he's got to spend his keys wisely. Ooh, a clock there. That's a nice find in a room full of wizrobes.
Bomb counts on both players look good at the moment, so I don't see that being an immediate issue for either.
Yeah, I think the keys and or the routing is going to be the difference between these two. I mean, if BT finds the luckier path, I mean, he could have a quick level 9, so resource
Indeed.
may not matter. Yep.
Ganon and Zelda confirmed shuffled.
Woohoo! Zelda is not in Zelda's room. Very interesting. So there could be more than one way to go into Zelda's room. So, yeah, if that shutter door opens, yeah, Ganon's not in Ganon's room either. But if that shutter door does not open, you may want to peek in there.
If it does not open, it's kind of hard to peek in the room. If it does open, you can peek in.
That's what I mean. I'm getting my words all mixed up. Now, here we are. There's this shutter door right here that does open.
He finds a blank room, which could have the compass.
If that compass is there, that would be tremendous.
Interesting that he doesn't clear it, though.
Yeah, I am surprised he wouldn't clear a dark room like that. Interesting move on BT's part. That if that's where the compass is, well, he's found another one, so he may think twice.
Nope, that's just a 5 rupee. Now, he might clear the black room on his way through, because he's going to have to go through it again.
Absolutely. There's no other ways he can go at this point, so he's got to make that play, and we'll see if he clears that room, maybe gets lucky.
Nope, didn't clear it.
I'm surprised he wouldn't clear this room. I mean, compass would be huge at this point. Neither player knows where Zelda is.
I think there's 3 dark rooms in 9. 2 have 5 rupee drops, and 1 has a compass drop, so it's pretty decent odds.
I don't like this move that BT's not full clearing that room. It could cost him the race.
It could. Because we know drops aren't shuffled.
Yeah, that's right.
So we know it has to be in a black tiled room.
K-Mac having some trouble doing this block clip to get into the staircase, and he's going to just cut his losses, and now we're going to find out if this is what he's looking for. Nope. Well, might be the path to Zelda. Well, we don't know yet.
Well, the old man's thinking Patra has something.
Yep, again, that confirms further that we're dealing with only community hints. There's no helpful hints. They're on their own.
And K-Mac finds Zelda.
Yes, indeed.
Ganon not required.
That is going to do it. So K-Mac advances into the knockout round and beats the seed in about 54 minutes. So the silver arrow's not needed, and who knows, maybe that compass was what BT might have needed. He finds the map. So there it is. K-Mac is advancing to the knockout stages. He is 3-1.
And with that, BT is going to move into the race-off. He does find the compass. It was in a different room.
Boy, this is going to end up being a very close race if he's able to bomb to the east, which he does not.
But he can't bomb to the north. And with that, BT will move to the 2-2 bracket into the race-off.
Yes, indeed. So what looked to be a promising start for BT after defeating RC Drone in the first race, he's still alive in this tournament, but he's now going to have to fight for a position in the knockout stages, and he has discovered that Zelda Ganon is not required, doesn't need the silver arrows, and he's going to finish about a minute behind. So he gained time. BT gained time on K-Mac in level 9, but it was just not enough.
Hello.
Hello.
You have BT in the commentator's booth. BT, this is a very close race between the two of you, one of the closest races we've had so far. Unfortunately, the comeback in level 9 for you just wasn't enough. It looks like the finding of level 4 ended up being what cost you this race. So go over the seed with us.
I don't know where level 4 was.
Level 4 was in Death Mountain along with 3 other levels.
Well, I found it eventually. I just didn't know. I don't know the
Right.
second quest at all.
Yeah, it was very, very close. I'm going to look at the official SRL times here for the both of you. It was really, really close.
It was 59 seconds apart.
59 seconds apart. So one of the few sub-minute differences we've had so far in this tournament. It was really, really close. If you were wondering, K-Mac had a 3-minute, 13-second lead on you going into level 9. So you shaved some time off of that against K-Mac, but yep, in the end, just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah.
It looks like we also do have K-Mac in the commentator's booth. K-Mac, congratulations on your victory. You moved to 3-1 in the tournament, and you advanced to the knockout stage in the tournament. Go over the seed with us.
Well, it was a pretty easy seed, just having to find the levels, but, item drops not shuffled at all in dungeons whatsoever, so pretty much get a few keys, find the item, leave. Not too bad. I guess I just got a little more lucky.
Yep.
Find
Yeah.
Zelda.
Yep. Both of you had flaws in the race. You both had separate flaws. For BT, it was finding level 4. And in your case, K-Mac, not picking up the item in level 5, the recorder, which was required for 2 of the dungeons. You managed to go back to level 5. I assume after you discovered that the items in the dungeons weren't shuffled, you figured you needed to have that recorder, provided this was a second quest overworld.
Right, yeah. I left the recorder early because I didn't have enough rupees. I was going to item hunt that dungeon when I was in there, but the first time when I got the Triforce, but I didn't want to give up a bomb, and I didn't have the rupees to go through the door, so.
Yes, BT ended up giving up the bomb to proceed, so that ended up giving him an early advantage, but yet you were able to take away the advantage when you found level 4 faster.
Right. Yeah, 4, I didn't do 4 till towards the end. Like 4 was, I think that was the last spot I could check, other than having to go get the raft when I found 4. I think I had I cleared everything else.
I
For
got
some
a really
reason, I skipped
fast
that
12
spot.
bombs. Like, I got my 1, 6, and 8 all dropped bombs, so I cleared up Death Mountain early. I just didn't know that screen existed in second quest until I realized that I had checked everything else.
I knew it existed, but I just cruised on by it like 2 times before I think it was the 3rd time I went by it. I'm like, I should bomb that. There was level 4.
6 minutes if I would have just gone in there because I had to, basically clear 6 twice after I had my ladder.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really cost me much more time. I had to check that spot. I was on my way to 3 actually to go get the raft, so thank goodness I noticed it. But I found 2. I think it was my last recorder spot or second to last recorder spot. Yeah. If you would have went to 4, you would have won for sure.
On tournament, I think. Did I have the hardest matchups of the 4?
Yeah, you definitely had some very difficult matchups, BT, because I think who else did you have to face off against?
RC Drone and Crimson Avix.
Yep, you beat RC Drone. You weren't able to beat Crimson, and who was your other opponent?
I think Isolated.
Yeah, Isolated, that's right.
I can confirm that I did not race BT at any point.
No, wasn't ISO.
Seeing as I was there for my races, I know that I was Karakarn, Crimson, Truant, and
Truant Gamer was who you defeated in your second match. Yep, Truant Gamer. And that one was actually not that was a pretty close one too. It was about 4 minutes difference. So you've been involved in quite a few close races already, BT. So it's a good race between the two of you. Again, congratulations, K-Mac. You're advancing to the knockout stage, so you will not have to worry about the race-off next week. BT, you will be in the race-off, so you're definitely not out of the tournament yet.
Explain it to me.
So I think what we're looking for is, I believe there's going to be 14 players who have advanced by having at least 3 wins. So the top 6 runners, to my knowledge, whoever finishes in the top 6 in the race-off next weekend, I believe will advance to the round of 20. And then I think from there, I can't officially confirm this, but I think from there, the top 12 players from the Swiss-style part of the tournament get a bye, and then the other 8 have to have a head-to-head to round out the field of 16.
It sounds complicated.
I think that's how it works. Again, like I said, I can't confirm that. We'll know when this round is complete.
It's gonna be a tight set of races in any case. But yeah, a very, very close race between the two of you. Very exciting all the way through.
Yeah, I'm sure there wasn't even a dull moment for you guys. That must have been kind of nice to watch.
I'd have to go back and watch the race, see what I screwed up. I died in 6 once, and my exploration of 6 was not very good. But
Oh man, I had White Sword and Wand for all those Gleeoks.
yeah, I had wand for the ones I did end up killing. Even though I knew wand was in 6, and like, it's right there, I'll get it. Whatever.
Yeah, I was hoping for better action out of the stairs, but c'est la vie.
What's interesting is we were thinking that keys were going to be an issue for you, K-Mac, in 9.
I wasn't too concerned. Like, there's several keys in 9, and like, there's a lot of open doors. I wasn't too concerned about it. I think I had 5 or 6 going into 9. And then I picked up a couple in 9 as well, so I wasn't too worried. Now, if I got down to 1 and hadn't found Zelda, I'd be a little concerned, but still had a lot of 9 left and a lot of open doors and staircases you have to navigate before
I
worrying
found the
about
Any
keys
key,
too.
but not the book.
I did not find the any key. You must have taken stairs in 8.
Oh yeah.
You took a very quick route to the Triforce in level 8, K-Mac, and we figured, and we had both speculated on this, we both figured you were going to just take the Triforce and get the heck out of here, considering the recorder situation.
Exactly, yeah. With the recorder and likely needing it, and 5 having a lot of keys anyways. Figured I'd pick some up in there. Going back in there to get the recorder.
Yep, turned out to play a huge role. It helped you save some time, and it eventually helped you win the race. So again, congratulations. ISO, do you have any other questions for either of these 2 runners?
I do not.
All right, so again, in that case, BT, K-Mac, GG to both of you. It was a well-played race, and K-Mac and BT, good luck to you the rest of the way, and enjoy the rest of the tournament races. We've got quite a few more races lined up for you tonight.
Thanks. GG.
Excellent. And GG, BT. Isolated, LOZ, thank you for commentating the race. Jam for restreaming it. Working hard behind the scenes, we all know. Damn, Jam. Okay. All right, well, you guys take it easy.
Yep, you too, K-Mac.
All right.
All right, so that will do it for us right now. That was the 3rd race of the septuple header that we've got going on. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll be back here at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. We're going to have big race here coming up. Janice Zeal and Crystal Saver, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, right here on JamEvil's channel. And later on the Dave's channel, that's 3 E's, by the way. It's the Dave, so a total of 4 E's. We've got Random Effect and Fred Coughlin, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 Central. And then later on, there's going to be 2 races going on at the same time. One of the races is going to be right here on JamEvil's channel as well. Seb Gedney and Chess Jerk, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, and also at the same time, it's been canceled. So does that mean you're going to be taking the Raikou Rider Seawolf race? All right, so I stand corrected. So we don't have a seven pack. We are back down to a 6-pack of races. Raikou Rider and Seawolf 1 right here on JamEvil's channel. That's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. So we'll be right back in a couple of hours for the next race. But until then, on behalf of the 2 races in this race, K-Mac and Breatickle, and also on the previous race, Rob Draven and Panolf, on behalf of the Restreamer and our tech person, JamEvil, and on behalf of my broadcast partner, Isolated999, this is LZ Cards Fan 23 signing off. We will see you later tonight for more exciting Zelda 1 randomizer action.
Thank you, Laz. Y'all have a good night. Until we come back.
Are you excited for this, Willard? I'm pretty sure.